Here's the best transition ever. Y'all want a Yahoo?
Hit me.
Yes.
Sent in by Sean Conrad. Thank you, Sean. It's by Yahoo Answers user Where's My Skoo, who asks, do Steve Urkel and Laura Winslow from Family Matters end up dating each other or getting married? I know there was a Stefan whom Laura ended up almost marrying and who was played by Jaleel White. But I'm talking about the Urkel character. Who played Stefan on Family Matters?
Do you mean Stefan Urkel?
Also, does anyone know Family Matters is on DVD? I checked Amazon, but I only saw the first season was out. Rest are locked away in the goddamn ABC vault.
Let him out.
Let them out. Let those Family Matters out.
Free the Family Matters 5.
So I got this, and I was reading some of the responses, and I thought, oh, this is Yahoo Answers users being crazy. For instance, Yahoo Answers user Korean Kid said, Laura and Steve Urkel finally decided to get married, but Steve Urkel had to go out to space, and then when they came back, everything was back to normal. So Steve and Laura got married, and then they had sex. The end.
That's
another
fanfiction?
Yahoo
That's
Answers
canon.
user Rachel says, yes, they started dating at the end of the last season. Steve had proposed to her, and she had accepted. In the series finale, Steve had to go to NASA for a bit, and it just left you at where Laura told Steve she will kiss him only on one condition. Steve will have to promise to, quote, never go into space again. And he says, only when we kiss, Laura Lee, only when we kiss, and that was it. Hey, that's kind of crazy, basically slash fiction that Yahoo Answers is spinning. Fast forward 60 seconds after some Google searching, that's actually how the motherfucking series Family Matters ends. What? Is Steve Urkel in episode 214 goes into space. Episode 214, Lost in Space, part 1, goes into space because he wins a science contest. And NASA, I'm reading off the website tvseriesfinale.com, says NASA decides to test its artificial gravity field invention on the shuttle launch. They offer him the chance to become the first student astronaut. I don't know why NASA was shut down, basically. He and Laura agreed to postpone their wedding, so apparently they were engaged. After 6 months of training, so covered a lot of ground this episode, Steve goes into space. Things go wrong, and it looks like he'll be lost in space forever, but Steve cleverly comes up with a way to save himself. Apparently fucking Eddie goes to the police academy. Harriet's worried that Eddie's going to get shot, and that's exactly what happens. He gets a gut shot while serving as a meter maid, but he was wearing a bulletproof vest. What? That Carl Winslow gave him. And then Harriet says, okay, it's cool if you want to be a cop. Steve comes back from space. Laura says, I'll only kiss you if you never go to space again. He says, I will only go to space when we kiss, or something like that. And that's how fucking Family Matters ends.
All that makes complete sense.
This is like, I thought I watched Family Matters, but
I thought I watched every goddamn episode of Family Matters like I did for Boy Meets World. But apparently I fell off at some point, and shit went fucking Roseanne alt-reality crazy time.
Yeah, apparently there was, like, this show got away from me like Richard Kimball on The Fugitive. Like, Family Matters is like hiding in abandoned doghouses and shit, staying away from me so it could conclude this crazy arc that they have developed here with Steve going into space. This is like completely out of my sphere of consciousness. But this is how I found out.
You think this falls in the realm of like the writers and creators really wanting to end the show, and like ABC being like, no, it's too popular, we got to keep it going, you got to write another season, and they're like, okay,
I got one for you.
Yeah, okay, how about this? Space.
Not to mention the fact that by the time that Family Matters wrapped, there were only like 3 goddamn people left on that show because everyone kept fucking bouncing. Everyone kept on dipping and taking right off and not being on the show anymore.
But not Waldo Geraldo Faldo, right? He stayed on.
I think he was on. He's a lifer. Jamie Foxworth, out. Not interested. The mom, just going to go ahead and recast her.
No big
Joe
deal.
Marie Payton, recast as Judy Ann Elder. Never explained, ever. The twins, I think bounced. The grandma they pulled from the show without explaining it because they thought she was going to die. They said, this actress is going to die. We can't have that happen again where somebody just disappears and shows up as a different person and we're supposed to pretend like it doesn't fucking matter. So he just
Hey,
pulled
so
it
She
from
went
the
to
show.
space.
Hey,
They
gang,
just kept
good news.
sending characters to
I'm going to
space.
space too.
Only I won't figure out a clever way to get myself back to Earth.
Me and Minkus, they're gonna travel up to space together.
I'm gonna have a cameo in Gravity. Look for me floating through the sky.
I
I have a hard time in my mind separating the grandmother from Family Matters and the grandmother from Dinosaurs. Which one was which?
I know this isn't our traditional thing, but
If talking about Family Matters isn't our traditional thing, I frankly don't know what our traditional thing is.